Genesis 25 through 27. Now Abraham took another wife, and her name was Keturah. She bore him Zamran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Jokshan became the father of Sheba and Dedan. The sons of Dedan were Asurim, Letershurim, and Limim. The sons of Midian were Ephah, Epher, Henak, Abida, and Eldah. All these were the children of Keturah. Abraham gave all that he had to Isaac, but Abraham gave gifts to the sons of Abraham's concubines, and while he still lived, he sent them away from Isaac, his son, eastward, to the east country. These are the days of the years of Abraham's life, which he lived, 175 years. Abraham had up his spirit and died at a good old age, an old man and full of years, and was gathered to his people. Isaac and Ishmael, his sons, buried him in the cave of Machpelah, in the field of Ephron, the son of Zohar, the Hittite, which is near Mamre, the field which Abraham purchased from the children of Heth. Abraham was buried there with Sarah, his wife. After the death of Abraham, God blessed Isaac, his son. Isaac lived by Beer-Leah-Roi. Now this is the history of the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's servant, bore to Abraham. These are the names of the sons of Ishmael by their names, according to the order of their birth. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebaioth, then Kedar, Ibdel, Mibsam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jutur, Nephish, and Kedma. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names by their villages and by their encampments, 12 princes according to their nations. These are the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years. He gave up his spirit and died, and was gathered to his people. They lived from Havilah to Shur, that is before Egypt, as you go toward Assyria. He lived opposite of his relatives. This is the history of the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham became the father of Isaac. Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian, of Paddan Aram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian, to his wife. And Isaac entreated Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren, and Yahweh was entreated by him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. The children struggled together within her, and she said, "If it is like this, why do I live?" So she went to inquire of Yahweh, and Yahweh said to her, 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 peoples will be separated from your body. One people will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger. When her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. The first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. So they named him Esau. After that, his brother came out, and his hand had hold on Esau's heel. He was named Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when she bore them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a skillful hunter, a man of the field. Jacob was a quiet man, living in tents. Now Isaac loved Esau because he ate of his game, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Then Jacob boiled stew. Esau came in from the field and was weary. Esau said to Jacob, "Please feed me with some of that red stew, for I am famished." Therefore his name was called Edom. Jacob said, "Sell me your birthright today." Esau said, "Behold, I am about to die. What good is a birthright to me?" And Jacob said, "Swear it to me first." So he swore to him, and he sold him his birthright to Jacob. Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew. He ate and drank, rose up, and went his way. So Esau despised his birthright. There was a famine in the land, in addition to the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. Isaac went to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, in Gerar. Yahweh appeared to him and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land I will tell you about. Live in this land, and I will be with you. I will bless you. For I will give to you and to your seed all these lands, and I will establish the oath which I swore to Abraham your father. I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, and I will give all these lands to your seed. In your seed all the nations of the earth will be blessed, because Abraham obeyed my voice and kept requirements, my mitzvot, my statutes, and my laws." Isaac lived in Gerar. The men of the place asked him about his wife. He said, "She is my sister." For he was afraid to say my wife, lest he thought the men of the place might kill me for Rebekah, because she was beautiful to look at. When he had been there a long time, Abimelech, the king of the Philistines, looked through a window and saw, and behold, Isaac was caressing Rebekah his wife. Abimelech called Isaac and said, "Behold, surely she is your wife. Why did you say, 'She is my sister'?" Isaac said to him, "Because I said, lest I die because of her." Abimelech said, "What is this you have done to us? One of the people might easily have lain with your wife, and you would have brought guilt on us." Abimelech commanded all his people, saying, "He who touches this man or his wife will surely be put to death." Isaac sowed in that land and reaped in the year 100 times what he planted. Yahweh blessed him. The man grew great and grew more, and until he became very great. For he had possessions of flocks, possessions of herds, and great household. The Philistines envied him. Now all the wells which the father's servants had dug in those days, Abraham's father the Philistines had stopped and filled with earth. Abimelech said to Isaac, "Go away from us, for you are much mightier than we." Isaac departed from there, camped in the valley of Gerar, and lived there. Then Isaac dug again the wells of water, which they had dug in the days of Abraham his father, for the Philistines had stopped them up after the death of Abraham. And he called their names after them, which their father had called them. Also Isaac's servants dug in the valley, and found there a well springing water. The herdsmen of Gerar argued with Isaac's herdsmen, saying, "The water is ours." So he called the name of the well Esek, because they contended with him. They dug another well, and they argued over that also. So he called its name Sitnah. And he left that place and dug another well, and they did not argue over that one. So he called it Rehoboth. For he said, "For now Yahweh has made room for us, and we will be fruitful in the land." Then he went out from there to Beersheba. Yahweh appeared to him the same night and said, "I am the God of Abraham your father. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bless you and multiply your seed for my servant Abraham's sake." So he built an altar there and called upon the name of Yahweh and pitched his tent there. Then Isaac's servants dug a well. Then Abimelech went to him to Gerar, and Ahuzzath, his friend, and Phicol, the captain of his army. Isaac said to them, "Why have you come to me, since you hate me, and have sent me away from you?" They said, "We saw plainly that Yahweh was with you." We said, "Let there now be an oath between us, even between us and you, and let us make a covenant with you, that you will do us no harm, as we have not touched you, and as we have done to you nothing but good, and have sent you away in shalom. You are now the blessed of Yahweh." He made them a feast, and they ate and drank. They rose up sometime in the morning, and swore an oath to one another. Isaac sent them away, and they departed from him in shalom. And it came to pass on the same day that Isaac's servants came and told him concerning the well which he had dug, and said to him, "We have found water." He called it Sheba. Therefore the name of the city is Beersheba to this day. When Esau was 40 years old, he took a wife, Judith, the daughter of Bera, a Hittite, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite. They grieved Isaac and Rebekah's spirits. When Isaac was old and his eyes were dim, so that they could not see, he called Esau, his elder brother, and said to him, my son, or his elder son, and said to him, my son. And he said to him, here I am. He said, see now, I am old. I do not know the day of my death. Now then, please take your weapon, your quiver, and your bow, and go out to the field and hunt some game for me. Make me savory food such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, and that my soul may bless you before I die. Rebekah heard when Isaac spoke to Esau his son. Esau went to the field to hunt for game and to bring it. Rebekah spoke to Jacob her son, saying, behold, I heard your father speak to Esau, your brother, saying, bring me game and make me savory food that I may eat, and bless you before Yahweh before my death. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, according to which I command you. Go now to the flock and get me 2 good young goats from there. I will make them savory food for your father, such as he loves. You bring it to your father, that he may eat, so that he may bless you before his death. Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. What if my father touches me? I will seem to him as a deceiver, and I would bring a curse on myself, and not a blessing. His mother said to him, let your curse be on me, my son, only obey my voice, and go get them for me. And he went and got them, and brought them to his mother. And his mother made savory food, such as his father loved. Then Rebekah took the good clothes of Esau, her elder son, which were with her in the house, and put them on Jacob, her younger son. She put the skins of the young goats on his hands, and on the smooth of his neck. She gave the savory food and the bread, when she had prepared, into the hands of her son Jacob. When he came to his father and said, my father, and he said, here I am. Who are you, my son? Jacob said to his father, I am Esau, your firstborn. I have done what you asked me to do. Please arise, sit and eat some of my game, so that your soul may bless me. But Isaac said to his son, how is it that you have found it so quickly, my son? And he said, because Yahweh your God gave me success. Then Isaac said to Jacob, please come near, that I may feel you, my son, whether you are really my son or not. Jacob went near to Isaac his father. He felt him and said, the voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And did not recognize him, because his hands were hairy, like his brother's Esau's hands. So he blessed him. Then he said, are you really my son Esau? He said, I am. He said, being it near to me, I will eat some of my son's game, so that my soul may bless you. And he brought it near to him, and he ate. He also brought him wine, and he drank. His father Isaac said to him, come near now and kiss me, my son. So he came near and kissed him. He smelled the smell of his clothing and blessed him, and said, behold, the smell of my son is as the smell of the field, which Yahweh has blessed. God give you the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of grain and new wine. Let people serve you, and nations bow down to you. Be Lord over your brothers, and let your mother's son bow down to you. Cursed be everyone who curses you, and blessed be everyone who blesses you. As soon as Isaac had finished blessing Jacob, and Jacob had just gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, Esau, his brother, came in from hunting. He also made a savory food and brought it to his father. And he said to his father, let my father arise and eat some of his son's game, so that your soul may bless me. Isaac his father said to him, who are you? He said, I am your son, your firstborn Esau. Then Isaac trembled violently and said, who was it that hunted game and brought it to me? And I've eaten all of it before you came, and have blessed him. Yes, he will be blessed. When Esau heard the words of his father, he cried out with an exceedingly great and bitter cry, and said to his father, bless me, even me also, my father. And he said, your brother came with deceit and has taken away your blessing. Then he said, is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright. See, now he has taken away my blessing. Then he said, have you not reserved a blessing for me? Isaac answered Esau, behold, I have made him your lord, and all his brothers I have given to him for servants. I have sustained him with grain and new wine. What then will I do for you, my son? Esau said to his father, do you have just one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Isaac his father answered him, behold, your dwelling will be of the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. You will live by your sword, and you will serve your brother. It will happen when you grow restless that you will shake his yoke from your neck. So Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing with which his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then I will kill my brother Jacob. And the words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. She sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said to him, behold, your brother Esau comforts himself about you by planning to kill you. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice. Arise, flee to Lebanon, my brother, flee to Lebanon, my brother, in Haran. Stay with him a few days until your brother's fury turns around, until your brother's anger turns away from you, and he forgets what you have done to him. Then I will send and get you from there. Why should I be bereaved of you both in one day? Rebekah said to Isaac, I am weary of my life because of the daughters of Heth. If Jacob takes a wife of the daughters of Heth, such as these of the daughters of the land, what good will my life do me?